What's up everyone? In a recent Remnant 2 stream, we got to the final boss and it was absolutely incredible. It was a great challenge and we thoroughly enjoyed it. However, before we were able to attempt the boss fight, I got a game-breaking bug. I was not able to proceed and it looked like I had to start the game from all over. From the very first moment, go through the whole game again. I was able to fix this, so I thought I'd make a video about it today, just in case you also encountered the problem. Before we do get into this today, if you do enjoy the video, please give it a like and a share and subscribe for more content. I'd really appreciate it. Now on screen now is a cutscene. This is the cutscene that you get right before the final boss of the game. During this cutscene, Clementine basically removes this big red wall. She uses all of her power to do that and you're able to proceed to go and take on the boss. Now I was playing co-op with Mackie and Milkman, and while this cutscene was taking place, Mackie lost connection and got kicked from the game. He was able to rejoin while we're still watching the cutscene, and we think this is what triggered the game-breaking bug. Shortly after Mackie rejoined us, the cutscene just stopped, and it never got to the part where Clementine removed this big force field. But the game thought it had been. So we're now currently in a position where the game wants us to go ahead and take on the boss, but the force field has not been removed. And there was no way whatsoever to re-trigger this cutscene. The game thought we were ready for the boss, and it's simple as that. We couldn't re-roll the world or anything like that. The only way to get back to this point would be re-rolling the whole campaign and starting again. You can imagine how annoying this is. So just a bit of advice now for people watching this that may not be up to the final boss yet. If you don't want to encounter this bug, which I believe is to be very, very rare, just start this cutscene solo. If you're the one that's getting kicked, you got to rejoin and watch the whole cutscene again. And it takes out the risk of a team member being kicked. Because if a team member does get kicked, there's a chance that this can happen and you're going to have to restart the whole game, especially if you're playing on console. Now, I was playing on PC, and fortunately, there is a fix for this if this has happened to you or if it does happen to you. And the fix includes some backup saves that Remnant 2 makes as you're playing through the game. You have your main profile save, but then you got some backup ones just in case. I'm imagining for purposes like this. So you'll find a location of these depending on where you installed the game. My location of these files were under my Windows C drive, users, Steve, which is my name, and then saved games. If you go into saved games, here you can see that I've got Remnant 2. So I'm going to go into a Remnant 2 file. I've got a Steam folder there as well, and I've got this folder name with just numbers. And it's here you can see all of your save files for Remnant 2. There are two files here that are currently live. There's the profile.sav and there's the save_0.sav. These are the current files that the game is using. So if you do come across a bug like this, where you can't progress or you need to revert it back a little bit, you're going to have to overwrite these files. And you can see the backup saves here as well. You've got profile.back1, back2, back3. So they're your three backups for the main profile.sav. And then you've got save_0, back1, back2, back3. And they are the three backups for the save_0.sav. Now, back 1 on each of them is your most recent backup. Back 2 will be a backup that's a little bit further behind. And back 3 will be the furthest one behind. And what you've got to do is you've just got to rename them and save them over the main save file that is current. Now, the safest way to do this is just to create a new folder here, okay? And you want to start with your first backup. This might not work, but if you take the profile.back1 and if you take the save0.back1 and if you just copy them and then paste them in the new folder here, that'll just make sure if anything goes wrong, you're not going to be saving over and you still got the files there if needed, you know? So what we want to then do is rename these. So we're going to be basically renaming them to what the main current save is. So it'll be profile.sav and save_0.sav. So go back into that new folder. We'll rename the profile one. Just got to take out the back one and change it to sav. And you just say yes to the warning that pops up. And the same with the other one. I'm going to rename that. Just take the back one off and put the sav on there. So they are now exactly the same names as the current files in the other folder. Now, I'm not going to do this because I've already done this to fix my game. But you then just simply copy these new files that you've made, go back to the main folder here, the save games folder, and you just want to paste them. It'll ask if you want to overwrite the files. You're obviously going to say yes. And once you've done that, you want to load up your game. Now, when I tried my back one, it loaded back in still in the bugged instance. So what I did, I came back out and I did it again, but I did it with back 2. I copied the back 2 files, so profile.back2 and save_0.back2, put them in a new folder, rename them, paste them here, and overwrite the current files. I loaded back up the game again. Even my back 2 was still in the bugged instance. So this is how quickly it's generating these backup files. But fortunately enough, my back 3 was before it bugged out. So when I tried it with back 3, I just copied the 2 back 3 files. I took them into a new folder, renamed them, pasted them back here to overwrite, and that did the trick. It was an absolute nightmare, to be honest with you, but that back 3 took us all the way back to just before the Venom encounter, which is earlier in the final level. So we were then able to do the Venom encounter again, and then we got up to the cutscene, and lucky enough this time there's no crashes. The cutscene played itself out, and I could complete the boss as I wanted to do. Even though it was a nightmare, this was a hell of a lot better than starting the whole campaign again, and I really do hope no one else bumps into this issue. Again, if you want to be sure that you don't get this game-breaking bug, just start that cutscene solo. Once you've done it, re-invite your friends then. It just minimizes the risk of someone crashing and this instance happen to you as well. It's a bad instance, and if you're on console, I really do advise you to do this because I will have no idea where you find your backup saves on console. I was lucky enough I was playing this on PC, and I was doing it through Steam. If you're playing the game through Epic, I'm sure it's a similar sort of fix. You just got to find those backup saves wherever they are saved. That's the end of the video today. Thank you for watching. I do hope it's been helpful. Again, don't forget to like and share to support it and subscribe for some more. Until next time, thank you for watching. Stay safe and peace out.